a man that is newly transgender or something like this, or something going on. Okay. And they were like, yeah, we're not afraid of Catholics. We're not afraid of this. We coming or whatever. And I was also hearing about something, Get Ready, right? This song kept coming, Prepare. Now, I mean, the video do sound kind of threatening, but I mean, I like the fact that it was a man that looked like he may be, you know, somebody that's a part of that community. Um, I like the fact that it was a man that was a part of the community that had a concern about this, because people try to make it about something that it's not. They try to go off of people with high emotions and, try to make something about something that is not. But I was saying, you guys, you know what this means in the spirit, so-called spirit realm, which is just alien or galactic energies or people that have certain access. They keep showing us images of people trying to walk into like a little girl's bathroom, or well, it's not a little girl's bathroom, but the like a public restroom. But if somebody has created you or made you as a public rest stop, people, the land, you can also be seen as people. I tell you guys these things, not that they should just be talking about land, but in all actuality, there's a dual lifestyle or a dual premises here, because there are different beings on this planet. So when we talk about incubus succubus, you would think that this is only talking about, in the past, that this is only talking about people that could be like using magic to pretend, or I don't know how they would astro project, or maybe they're talking about something else like this. Maybe in some times it was people actually coming into people's house and doing stuff to them, or entities or beings or aliens that can teleport or whatever the fuck they do. I don't know. But this is just making it, like I said, if somebody's making you a shrine or a public temple, that means that somebody is allowed, which we're going to cease and desist that shit over here. Okay. But this would allow these beings also. So not only would women have to worry about men that have money or fantasies or fetishes or something like this coming in on them, they would have to worry about other energies too. And now they have to worry about possibly, people that are now changed themselves or altered their sex and they've become men, that will also be invading, I feel like, the space and privacy of women that are women, um, with a womb and a vagina in a box. Okay, we'll call it that on this channel. So again, like I said, it's the perception, it's everything. You're thinking, well, I just won't go in a public bathroom. I'll wait till I get home, or this and that. Well, you may not always be able to do that. But the real thing is that these people may have access to put cameras in your home, in your restroom, and they can be sharing these images or these photos or whatever with anybody. And if they're doing that, this could have, like, there could be some private fan club or something of people watching you. You have no idea that your naked exposed body. So this is very, I feel like this is very direct, it's very dangerous, it's very stealth. It's something like problem reaction solution. So don't think, if this Muslim energy is growing in America the way that I think it is, and I keep hearing it's cancer or it's a cancer. So I don't know, somebody could be a cancer, or somebody saying that this is a cancer, a small growth that's growing into something that is, could kill. Okay. Um, so if you think about this, this means that these people could find sneaky ways of getting access to you that they shouldn't have. There should be no public property. Again, I'm claiming it for myself that I'm not a public anything. And the no man shall buy or sell. If they were buying and selling my energy before, I didn't get any profits off of it anyways. So again, it's like somebody wants somebody to feel, they want women that have some type of value about themselves to feel like you're not that valuable. We already let everybody run up through your energy. You're not anything anymore. I feel like it could be a disheartening thing if you're waking up to this and you're seeing these different aspects and these different sides of the world. And especially, they're going to go after the person that's saying that they're the most high energy, because I feel like it makes them feel powerful, like they're broken something, but they could never break something. Um, they could never break something, I feel like, of my nature. So, in my stance. So it's almost like somebody saying, oh, I beat you up, but it was just in your dreams. Or, oh, I beat the shit out of you, but it's really just a holographic. It's really just a hologram. They were just really fighting up against a holographic energy, or they were fighting up against a doppelganger, or an impersonator or something that's not you, and it's still gonna feel the same. Everybody's like, oh yeah, we seen you get your ass whooped, but you like, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't me. You seen that person fighting something else, but that was not me. So again, it's almost like somebody could be missing the mark or missing these types of attacks and abuse, but it doesn't matter, because if they can create something that looks just like you and have them doing this, then that means that we're, all of us are in trouble. They could just create something that looks like me and have them go on a murdering scene. And then that means that they could take this person and put them on another planet, or take them somewhere else and change their name or something. And then I'm out here still walking around with my same name. And then I have a warrant for my arrest because of what somebody has created in some laboratory that's not me. I feel like it's very dangerous. It's almost like they should shut down these facilities, and it's almost like they should go ahead and remove that mark of letting these men or whatever into these public restrooms or any restrooms. Because if somebody names you a public energy or a public enemy, or that means that this means that anybody in the world could say, hey, I want to see what that person does in their house, and they can find a way to get in your house. Of course, you probably wouldn't. They would probably want to do it when you're not there, or learn your schedule when you go to work, your apartment complex, to put the shit in there. And they will feel like they're entitled, or they have the right to do so. So I feel like people should really think about how deep this really goes when we're talking about these matters, because it's not just clearly talking about a person going into a restroom and you're concerned because you see a grown man and he say, oh, but I have a box, or I have a vagina. Well, you don't know. You're not gonna, there's no checkpoint at the door anyway. So I feel like it would be easier for people that already kind of have, they maybe have a phallus, but they've changed their appearance to be a woman. They've been probably going in the bathroom already anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? Just like, again, some of us, if we're dealing with messengers, angels, or these special agents or something, they already have been transgender all this time. This is how some of these women that I said I've seen in my youth, I don't know how, but it seemed like they fit somewhere in the line of playing a stage of my mother. Maybe when I was younger, you think back to your mother. You can't, when you were 1 year old, you don't know what your mother looked like. When you was 3 years old, you don't remember what your mother looked like. You usually have a memory or something of your mom or something. Maybe you remember you got a spanking in front of everybody, when you was 9 years old. You can remember that energy, or that happened to you. You can remember the actions, but it's hard to hone in on your mother's face. When you think about memories, for me, I don't know. I don't know about anybody else, but I can remember exactly what we were doing, what I was wearing, what shoes I had on, with some visions, but I can't remember what the parent looked like. Now, this could be a result of brainwashing. It can definitely be a result of brainwashing. If there was something where they were trying to, if you were somebody that had gifts that they couldn't control or something like this, maybe they sent in different versions that look closely like your mother. Some of these could have been your aunts or something, or some of these could have been their clones or something. But I'm just picking up on this energy of somebody about to take advantage. We're thinking this is why there might be a whole collection of children out there between you. Like, when I feel like when I was growing up in my bubble, in my Truman Show, these women that were around me were actually men. So you could have had aunts and stuff that were really transgenders. And I feel like these people just needed to get a hold of me, however you want to call that, and then produce with me and take these seed and go out in the world or something like this, to be able to take finances. Okay. They could have already emptied somebody's family tree. They could have already, goodness, what am I trying to say? They could have already done these things here. Now, I feel like it wouldn't matter if I opened up my mouth and told or not. It wouldn't matter. Because they would have just been able to wash this under the rug and nobody would ever hear about this version of a story. You may not never hear it. Somebody could be doing voiceovers right now with my material, keeping my channel small. And this could be one of my twins, one of my soulmates. I feel like it could be. If this person is either doing it like it's their stuff, or they're doing it like it's somebody else that they would like to choose over me. Because how could I be around you, no matter how much you love me? How could I be around you if you're going to continue to use my material with somebody else's name attached to it? You would have to be with somebody that been with you along the journey of stripping me of my everything, stripping me of my essence, stripping me of everything that I have, everything that I've thought, all my memories, all of my business plans, all of my ideas. This is what we're dealing with now. It's something that's not, and I feel like there used to be a silver lining between the so-called heavens or the upper chambers and the below. And I feel like that lining is broken. It's broken. There's also a lining with the underworld in the world above is broken. They've trained they it's almost like if you look at caveman mentality. I think it was Busta Rhymes that said you never seen a black caveman, but I believe that we have, and I feel like some of these people still live underneath the rocks or underneath the ground or something like this, and they just come up here and they just take whatever they want or whatever, or on a certain mountain. This mountaintop could also be a mindset, right? They may have sharpened their gifts, like on that movie Us. Or this can actually be people that have went and moved to being on a mountaintop or something, or they always been there for centuries, and they have their own culture, they have their own ways of healing each other and doing all these other things and having their children and all this other stuff. So some of us, I mean, when I say taken or altered, this could be it clearly just what this is. At some point in time, somebody that you were with could have been from a different um a different what can I call it? A different group or a different race or a different band of people, and they could have been taken on and given new wives like after marrying you. But there has to be some kind of reward or assets that come along with them cleaving on to some of us American girls or boys, and then taking that back to whatever their village or whatever this is. Now you would still think that you're married to this person, but it could be milestones like at 28, for instance. I'm thinking about the Kipper deck. At 28, this masculine energy could have been taken into Egypt or Memphis or something like this. And the person could have been trapped, not trapped, but I don't know how they would live. I doubt it's underneath a pyramid. I feel like this could just be in a certain community. These are like gypsy, they move around or something like this, okay? And I feel like when they leave or whatever, when they're called to walk away or leave, sometimes they could have taken your children, a child or of yours or something, and left you with another version of that child. There's some reason why these people have done this, or why these entities or these beings are doing this. You know, it's almost like forcibly removing the God from the child, and then forming a whole nation of people off of feelings or some kind of joined union like LGBTQ in them, or this and that, as it grows and populates. And people don't, once it's all out of control, you would think there shouldn't be no harm in the LGBT community. Nobody's beating up gay people. Nobody's really going against gay people doing whatever they want to do. But they're still harboring some type of resentment. I don't think anybody really, if you really think about it, I feel like the abuse with so-called black people, that just was the sacrifice all these years, or them giving us that aspect of what was going on to make us not look a little bit deeper. Um, I don't think gay people ever went through as much as so-called black people supposedly, or black Indians or American Indians ever went through here on this land. Um, so but they have been able to build a force off of something, and I think it's been generated by not by genetics, but by science or something like this. I feel like that was the case. This is what this all is about. But if these people are okay with being who they are, what they are, they wouldn't be so hell bent on removing God from the aspect, because God is not judging these people. If God was judging these people, God would have just, when somebody say I'm gay, God would just come and kill them. You see what I'm saying? God ain't restricting these people. Most so-called gay people I know, especially gay couples, are very successful. They're very successful. Um, they, build families and stuff like this, just like anybody else does. But I was picking up on this energy of like what they're doing though with some of these people that are transgenders or whatever. They've already been here on this planet long enough in different bodies or the same body or whatever this is. And there's something about, I don't know, there's something about the penetration of children. And I feel like it's to kill something in these children, or it was another aspect of this to create a race of people that will be confused or either gay or either embarrassed about what happened to them. So they don't want people talking about gay stuff or bringing up gay stuff, because then that would mean that they would have to look at some things that happened to them in their childhood that could be questionable, that somebody might talk about them with, somebody might expose. This could be also, some people could be fighting this battle too to stand up for that group. so that you can't ask questions or say something about anything? Because if people are going into your Akashic records, somebody could find, this could be celebrities, politicians, anybody that might be embarrassed about something that they've done in the dark. A lot of these people were free to go ahead and do all these gross things or these things to children or whatever all this time. And now it's documented. And so now if they want to be a politician or a part of something, then these people that are torturing people with blackmail because they know their secrets, which I would just behead all of them in the first place, so then nobody would have to worry anyways, or get rid of the equipment or preserve it or put it in a lock safe like they do seeds over there in Switzerland. You understand? So maybe this has something to do with CERN in Switzerland, in Kali energy. The CERN thing looks almost like that thing that's behind Kali and some of her statues. So maybe the seeds that they have, they could have probably seeds from plants and stuff, but I feel like they also have, ideas, thoughts, you know, things that can make somebody go, I guess I shouldn't say anything. you know, um, yeah. I feel like the reason why I'm being discriminated against is because somebody can't find like some weird fetish or something that I'm like addicted to besides cigarettes or something like this. You know, um, I've never murdered anybody or anything. I feel like in order to join these clubs, you have to do something like this. And I feel like that's just what that is. But it's like the cover up until somebody get mad at you or they feel like they don't like you no more or something like this. And I don't feel like, if anything, I'm the motherfucker that should be like, that has the authority to remove people or cause judgment or the vengeance is mine. I don't feel like it's anybody else's vengeance, not in this day. I don't. I don't know what anybody else has gone through 100%, but I feel like my calling is to bring the vengeance, to bring the pain, to bring the judgment. Now, again, if they are smart enough, then they went ahead and they went through the military, they went through police forces, they went through ICE, they went through all these things, and they're, of course, they're not on one accord with me. They're on one accord with somebody else. So again, if somebody says, let's say this, somebody said, well, okay, we'll send ICE in or something like this, but the enemies know that they're going in and they know what to do to act normal or something like this. And ICE is there for 8 weeks. And they never talk to me to ask me, where should we go? What should we do? What exactly is the point or something? Do you see what I'm saying? Then it seems like time is wasted. So there's a big problem with communication here, I feel. There's a huge problem with a lot of things here. I feel like help has been sent in to some people, but people are feeling like it's a waste of time because there's no ending to it. There's no communication where something comes together or comes to a halt. Just like with the twin flame journey, I feel like in the beginning there was actually, I could feel people in around this area. I don't know where they were, but I feel like they were just watching and gawky. It was no communication unless these people were waiting till I fall asleep to get themselves marked in my energy or something. And then they, stayed around for a bit, got addicted to it, and then got pulled away from it. And now they're sharing this energy with other people and other people that don't have to believe in God, that don't have to do this and that. They're just walking around here feeling like they have some type of protection or anointing from the Christ because they were able to siphon or cipher the energy. So it's many things, like I said, even with this energy of like what queens normally do or don't do, or what, I'm stuck in a different energy because it's almost like I'm seeing that card where the man is sitting in the middle and there's like 8 different avenues that he can take to get out of the middle, but he's still just standing in the middle. Because I have to hold down this energy of this crown. I have to hold down the energy with source and messages with other people coming into my energy. I have to hold down the family still, dealing with these type of attacks and stuff like this, spiritual attacks and mind control on the people in the house. It's a lot on one person. And I feel like they did this shit on purpose. They brought all this attention knowing that somebody wouldn't be able to handle it if they didn't have or rectify it if they didn't have assistance, or if they didn't have a safe place, or if they didn't have a group or a body to support them with their message or whatever, a ride or die body. So for me, it's not about the views. If somebody is trying to make me look bad by, taking my information and giving it to other people and then letting these people grow, it's about my livelihood and my safety. It's about somebody's freedom of speech. It's about a publicized thing of domestic abuse, not just by a family, not just by a community, but of a nation, possibly even a world. Okay. So, I mean, I feel like it's very dangerous because I'm just saying it from my point of view, but I'm pretty sure there's other people that are suffering from this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of celebrities that aren't speaking out or are in the dark or probably even killed already for their assets or whatever this is. But they're in hiding or something because they just don't want to say anything because they don't want anything to come up on the dark web about them. So the best thing to do is just be silent. But I'm not the one. Nor will I be embarrassed. Again, I don't want to say I'm proud of everything that I've done, but I can look back at my life and see that I didn't do anything that horrible or outrageous. So, the only thing they can do is make other people think, but these people are not even thinking. It's like zombifying the nation, desensitizing, dehumanizing individuals in order to be okay with doing this, and that. Even if it's LGBTQ and them. Oh, we can do what we want. Oh, we seen her kiss a girl. Or we seen her intimate with a girl once in her life. Or we seen him intimate with a man once in his life. Or these people that are joining these secret societies, we seen what happened in that secret society. But the person could have went on and lived their life as a man and never touched another man again if they had to get, raped in or jumped into some kind of gang. So, so I feel like this is, hold on one second. So I feel like this is something that is very concerning. Okay, but you know, anyways, I'll be back. Hold on one second. Somebody trying to talk to me.